Hey guys, I have a quick video for you today on an interesting glitch I found in Fire Emblem 4. I first discovered this during a speedrun a couple years back on console, and finally decided to make a quick video on it since I've been able to replicate it on an emulator. So let's jump right into it. So here's Lane. She's the dancer of the second generation if Sylvia was paired with anyone. She was recruited at the end of Chapter 7 and this is the start of Chapter 8. Notice anything strange? For starters, she's a level 3 unit with a maximum amount of health of 80. Her stats are fairly average except for magic defense, which is sitting at 18, which is way above normal. Now let's take a look at what else she has. We see she has a star rank in swords, which is certainly unusual. It would appear that she also has quite a few skills. She has Wrath, Dance, which is what she normally has, Prayer, Shooting Star Sword, Moonlight Sword, and Darkness Sword, which happens to be an unused skill in the game. As far as I know, this is the only way to get the Darkness Sword skill without using cheats. The Darkness Sword skill multiplies damage by 1, 2, or 3 times, and also may reduce damage taken by 20. Now let's take a look at what Holy Blood she has. So for some reason she has Major Loptis Blood and Hazel Blood, and a lot of Minor Holy Blood. Since she has Major Hazel Blood, she can actually use the Mistleton Sword. It would require using the Valkyrie Staff glitch to get it into the shop, but it can be done. If you've looked really closely, you'll also have noticed that her character icon is red. Unfortunately, she is not actually part of Celes' forces. We can still interact with her inside the castle as normal, other than guarding the castle and her dancing action, which doesn't work. However, once she leaves outside, we no longer have control over her. She's treated as an enemy unit, but she's not part of the enemy's forces either, so she never gets a turn. Here's the glitch in action. I have Ares go and recruit the dancer at the castle here. Keep in mind that Sylvia did not get paired with anyone in this route, so we are supposed to get Lane's substitute character, Layla. In the conversation we can see that we are in fact talking to Layla, so everything looks normal. Except after the cutscene ends, she disappears. Where did she go? She actually went to the top left corner of the map, which is most likely the coordinate 00. She cannot be accessed as the cursor doesn't go over there, and we can't access her information screen since she is not part of Celes' forces. So now I'm just going to finish up the level real quick. I do have the rescue staff glitch active, which is why I attacked the boss from above. I'm using fast forward on the emulator to speed things up. Now once we get to the next chapter, we can see that she is now in our castle. This time she has 30 strength and 27 magic defense. Certainly not bad for a level 3. Scrolling down we see she has so many skills that it actually wraps around. She has Continue, Dance, Critical, Ambush, Charge, Shooting Star Sword, Moonlight Sword, Holy Sword, and Darkness Sword. Holy Sword is another unused skill similar to Darkness Sword. Her Holy Blood this time is quite different as well. I'm not sure on the exact reason why her stats are different each time, but it often changes even when I do the exact same actions from a save state. So let's have a bit of fun and take her to the arena. She doesn't have a weapon right now, so we go to the weapon shop. And she doesn't have much money either, so we have to start her with an iron sword. I'm just going to show the first couple battles, then skip to the last, as some of the battles aren't too interesting. Her skill stat is quite low, so her skills don't activate very often. Shooting Star Sword activates here, but she somehow doesn't land a hit. Both her weapons are still at 50 uses after using the arena. Her weapon durability doesn't show up on her info screen either, suggesting that the game is programmed for a weapon to only use durability if the character is part of your army. She also doesn't gain any experience after battling in the arena. I should also mention here that after saving, her ridiculously high stats usually go back to a more normal number. I'm not sure why, but my best guess is that it has something to do with her class's mat stats. Both strength and magic defense were well over the dancer class's maximum. I don't know why this drops the stats so drastically though, so this is really just a theory. Now let's get into my speculation of why this happens. I should give a bit of background on this run. The only pairings in this run were Ideen, Azel, and Fier 11. This is also a speed run where the Valkyrie glitch was used, which does temporarily corrupt an item in the item table. This should be irrelevant, but I think it's worth noting to not rule anything out. My theory is that there are two different places in memory for determining whether to use Lean or Layla in the second generation. The first would likely be to check in memory if the parent has a lover, and the other is likely some flag that is set that says to use either Lean or Layla. This flag is likely somehow either not getting set properly or is unintentionally getting overridden. This could explain why the cutscene uses Layla since her parent Sylvia did not have a lover. But once she is recruited, that flag I mentioned may be set incorrectly, so Lean is spawned instead. I'm guessing that Lean is uninitialized as she isn't supposed to be used in this run since Sylvia wasn't paired. That is why her coordinates are at 00 and her commander isn't set to Seliv. When this glitch does happen, the same thing happens to Sylvia's other child, Torpal. This promotes the idea that something is messed up in determining whether Sylvia has a lover or not. Sometimes when the glitch occurs, some of the items in the item table will get corrupted as well. This is very similar to what the Valkyrie staff glitch does, and the two glitches may actually be related. In this case, the Rusty staff turns into a broken star-ranked bow. This is a glitch bow though, notice how it is broken yet it has 90 uses. It cannot be repaired. Sometimes other weapons will get corrupted too, and this makes saving the game and loading very difficult without crashing. I'll go over why and how corrupting the item table causes the game to crash when saving and loading, and how to get around it in a future video on the Valkyrie staff glitch. Another strange thing I've noticed is that when going back to an earlier save state and doing things slightly differently, sometimes the glitch doesn't occur. I haven't been able to determine what the difference is or what even causes it. The only thing I know is that Sylvia needs to not have a lover. This is all speculation though, this game has some really bizarre glitches. So that's everything I have for this glitch. It's quite a strange one, but it's very interesting. Next up I plan on making a video that goes over the rescue staff glitch, and soon after that I plan on making a multi-part video series on the Valkyrie staff glitch. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.